Hello and welcome back to another episode of GTNH. And this episode, I'm planning on doing lots of oil processing since I need polyethylene to do stuff. And to get polyethylene, you need to do lots of oil processing. I also want to make diesel, and diesel is light fuel plus heavy fuel. And to get heavy fuel, it's a whole process line. And because of that, I thought I should probably expand my base, you know, because and I did it already. I did it already. There's going to be a build montage in a bit, but I had this sort of area here before and I expanded it in one chunk in all directions. So now I have way more space, including these rooms over here. Like this. Oh, look how much space this is. This is so nice. Okay, so build montage in like 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, hope you like the build montage. I don't know how I'm gonna edit that together, but let's hope that's good. So yeah, I have these outer tunnels here that are really nice. There's like I use these flat lamps everywhere. I had to make a bunch of them. I have these areas here with the large open areas now. Way more space to build multi-block structures. Very cool. And then in the basement, I expanded the basement to be the same size as well, so this was a whole lot of digging. And also, like, marble bricks is collecting quarried stone, which is incredibly tedious to do because you have to go and find those splotches of like stone stuff. So yeah, that took a while, but I think it's worth it because now my base is way bigger. There's way more space to put stuff. And my plan is this inner circle here. This inner circle here should be like a manual crafting area, basically. So all the machines that like are chest into a chest, I feel like all of these should be here, right? I also made this area look nicer. And then further away, like let's say here in these tunnels, there should be like the automated systems that I have to rarely touch and like rarely like refuel, and let's say. So I think I want to move the oil setup that I have over here, which is in the inner circle, outside because it doesn't really fit. Doesn't really fit my logic for my base. So yes, I think I'm gonna do that. I need to rip out all of these machines and move them away. And plus, another thing I did in between episodes is over here, I collected a whole lot of oil sands. This is 40 times 64 stacks. This is 2,500 oil sands. So this is going to be a lot of heavy oil, which is then going to turn into heavy fuel. Heavy fuel plus light fuel equals diesel. Way better at like power generation. So what should I start with? I guess I want to show one last thing that I did in between episodes. These 2 diamond chests here. So underground my base was one of those loot games dungeons. And in those loot games dungeons, if you get to, like, let's say level 4, if you complete the whole mini game, you get 4 chests. And those 4 chests contain some good loot. The 4th chest especially has good loot because it's the highest tier. So I went around the world looking for loads of these dungeons. Almost 20 dungeons I've completed so far. I really like the Minesweeper one. It's just like, it's just playing Minesweeper. I like puzzles. It's fun. So this is all the loot I gathered basically from all those dungeons. And the most interesting loot, I would say, is like the Thaumaturge's clothing, this medium sodium battery, maybe the diamond spikes, the machine chassis, Ender IO pipes, which are really nice, Ender IO tanks, a diamond tank as well, an aluminum thingy, a large aluminum fluid cell, these cosmic meatballs, which if you look at the recipe, requires like a pile of cosmic neutrons, which I don't even know how to get. And then this was the big recipe. Look at how much stuff this requires to make 9 of these stews, right? So I got some crazy foods just to be able to eat. Yeah, and there's loads of things I got. They're like item filters. I got like silicon solar grade dust. I got red alloy ingots. I got impregnated frames. I got an item conduits from Ender IO, redstone conduits. I got tanks. I got loads of like beehives and stuff. I mean, yeah, it's just a lot of good stuff. Like brass item pipes, totem pipes. I'm just gonna put that in my backpack. Also 5 diamond chests plus these 2 as well. So that's 7 diamond chests that I got from just exploring those things. So that's fun. Also warded jar for Thaumcraft. I bet that's something good. Basically just a whole bunch of good stuff. That's what it boils down to. I just got a whole bunch of good stuff, like ball of moss. Like I can't make it yet. It's like magic, so I can't make it yet. Let me put away all this cool stuff real quick. Okay, I think I'm just gonna put on this composite vest, which is more protection than whatever this was. And then the Thaumaturge's stuff can go back, and I'll sort this stuff out later. There's way more stuff here that needs to be put in chests, but for now I'll just keep it here. Right now the goal is to make diesel. I want to make diesel. So let me rip out all of these machines here. Okay, so now that all of this is ripped out, all of this is collected, very nice. I need to choose a spot where to put it. I feel like an oil processing area could be somewhere back here, maybe. Yeah, over here, behind this. So I want the oil processing here, which means I need to push back this wall. I want to make it look nice as well. Not just functional, but also look nice. So, okay. Finally. This took a while. I don't know how I'm gonna edit this together, so this might be a jump cut rather than like a time lapse or something. This took a while to make. So, I can start explaining the process. It starts here with oil. It goes into 4 distilleries because it's quite a slow process to turn oil into sulfuric light fuel. Then the light fuel gets pumped into here, this basic chemical reactor, which turns this sulfuric light fuel into light fuel with 2 hydrogen cells here. Then the light fuel goes in here, combined with heavy fuel cells, and light fuel gets fuel. So if you compare the light fuel burning in a combustion generator, that's 305,000 EU, versus fuel is 480,000 EU. So that's a pretty big increase in like power efficiency. And then plus as well, like in order to get the heavy fuel, it's a whole process here how to get heavy fuel. So it starts with over here with the oil sands that get centrifuged into heavy oil and some chance of sand. Then the heavy oil gets processed into sulfuric heavy fuel here in this distillery. Then this sulfuric heavy fuel gets canned into cells because I need to do a canning recipe here, which is canned sulfuric with hydrogen gas gets you heavy fuel. So the reason I had to do it in cells in this recipe instead of just fluids is because this mixer, this advanced mixer, which is MV, it can't do two fluids together to get another fluid. It needs to be either a cell and a fluid in a cell, or a cell and a cell. So to make the cycling of cells backwards, like I need to pump these cells now back into this canner, which then cans this sulfuric heavy fuel, goes here, goes here, goes here, goes here, goes here, in a loop. There's a lot of loops in this system. Like for example over here, in order to get hydrogen cells, I need to electrolyze a cell here, water gets you hydrogen cells, plus some oxygen that I'm just avoiding with the overflow valve to make my life a lot easier here. You get a hydrogen cell that goes down here into this. And then whenever this completes, it gives you... So I'm doing this recipe with 2 hydrogen cells, sulfuric light fuel. It gives you hydrogen sulfide cells and empty cells. This empty cell is set to go down here, back into this electrolyzer, and then do the same process again and go here, go here, go here, go here. That's one loop. And then this other cell that was the hydrogen sulfide is in this slot. I'm using robot arms to take specific slots. So on the bottom, it's slot 8, which is this one here. And then on the top, it's 7. I don't know why it changed that. But yeah, 7 goes up here into this chemical reactor with water, which then turns this hydrogen sulfide into diluted sulfuric acid, which then you put into a distillery on circuit 1. A diluted sulfuric acid makes into sulfuric acid. And then this is the distillery. The pipe goes here into this low voltage fluid tank, which just holds all the sulfuric acid. And I think I'll just put like, let's say 10 of these. And then, yeah, this can store like so much of sulfuric acid. So I'm gonna need this, I know. For sure, I'm gonna need sulfuric acid. And yeah, that's most of the process. There's some things like, for example, here, electrolyzer with the water makes hydrogen and oxygen. Oxygen goes here and then gets voided above a certain amount. And then the cell of hydrogen goes up here into this canner, which just turns it into hydrogen gas and a cell, and the cell goes back here. So now I have like a hydrogen gas as a fluid that I can pump down here into this thing here, that needs hydrogen. So for the hydrocracking of oil. And now I just need to put some covers on it to make it look nice. So be back in a bit. Okay, let's see. So I did some building. So over here, I did this to make it look nice. I don't know. I'm not sure about these corners here. They look slightly weird, but so the oil goes here. One of these distilleries is hidden behind a block, but I think this looks better, like 3 to 1 rather than 1 to 4. I don't know. Yeah, so you can see the chemical reactor. You can see the mixer that has all the fuel. You can see the chemical reactor here, all of these. You can see the sulfuric acid. So I think this looks pretty nice. Finally got fuel. So now the challenge is I have the fuel back here. Break this. So all of this is nice. I have to have a block here, which is interesting. If I don't have a block here, rain can go down here, and because then it's next to this these machines, it can blow up these machines, which is unfortunate. So yes, now I have fuel coming out here. I need to transport it over to there, I think. So I have a plan. Since I have a lot of oil here, so light fuel, I mean, I want to bring this light fuel into the process for making it into like fuel, from light fuel into fuel. So I need to hook it up. Where would that even be? Yeah, I think I see a spot. see a spot where that could be. So, I'm gonna have to break some stuff here. Yes, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna bring it here. I'm gonna want light fuel to go in here. This is water. This is light fuel. So if I connect this and make it so it's only in this direction as well, so it doesn't go down. It only goes up here. Fuel goes there. Light fuel goes there, I mean. And then fuel, I think I'm gonna do this. So I want to empty this tank of light fuel and then put fuel in there. But because I need light fuel to make fuel, this is gonna be a full tank. Like, it's gonna have something in it, so I can't, like, put light fuel and fuel. So I need to empty this first. And the only way I can, like, put the fuel somewhere is, like, if I put it, like, in a tank. That's the only thing I think of. And this tank here is really not being used for anything. Like, I'm putting in steam into it, and I'm not using steam for anything. So, what I can do is unhook that. If I break this and then replace it, is it still going to have steam in it? It is. Which blocks do I need to break for it to stop having steam in it? The bottom one, it seems. Well, it still has steam in it. Okay, now it's empty. Now it's completely empty. So, I just need to bring it these pipes. Okay, normal pipes connecting, very nice. And I suspect that I'll need more potent pipes, so I'm gonna go craft them right now. Not that much, but it's still something. Ooh, this is gonna be actually tough. I need way more potent. Way more potent for my base. Turning out to be too big of a base to actually fuel everything with. This. Okay. Yeah, I can't really reach the end here. This is a bit of a problem. How do I fix this? Yeah, I mean, I just need to make more. I just need to make more potent. That's the solution. Okay. These need to be macerated. And that's gonna take forever. Okay. I should have done that way earlier. Yeah. Okay, finally back. This is done, so I can make it into potent dust. Potent dust. There you go. I wish there was a nicer recipe. Like in the mixer, usually the mixer recipes are like, hey, there's this more efficient recipe. Do this. But like, it's literally the same ratio. There's no difference. Why would I don't like it. So anyways, is it possible for me to... No, these have to be smelted and then processed. So again, smelting. Let's go. Let's keep waiting for this. I'll be back when this is done. Let's see. This should be somewhat enough, probably. And if I want to make the tiny pipes, I think these ones. I'm making these ones for everything. This might be a bit wasteful, actually. Probably don't need such a large capacity for them. Like if I'm moving 1,000 liters per second, that should be plenty enough, right? No, I'll stick to these. Okay, so extruder and this pretty fast. Very nice. This might be enough, might not be enough. We'll see. Okay, 33. Not super optimistic about it, but it could be enough. Who knows? Okay. There we go. Fuel is going in here now. So let's see this filling up. Is it going to start filling up? It should any moment now. Yeah, the fuel's coming. Nice. So now that this is filling up, this means this should start slowly draining since I'm making more. Let's see. How's the processing going? Okay, so this is going down. These cells get put in here, makes this stuff, and then gets made into more fuel. So now that there's making more fuel, that's very nice. I did see this, right? Like I'm making sulfuric heavy fuel. I need 8 cells to complete a quest. So let's grab 8 cells of that. Sulfuric heavy fuel. Grab this. Can I complete the quest? There you go. So I can claim a loot bag. That's nice. And then heavy fuel itself. Also 8 cells. Heavy fuel. Where is it? That's not there. Not there. That's 2 cells of... I need to do this, yeah. Give it more stuff, and then I can get 8 heavy fuel cells here. Nice. That should complete this one. Claim more LV loot bags. And I'm not doing naphtha, and I'm not doing sulfuric gas. Which I'm not sure. Maybe I should. I've claimed these 2. Very nice. I do have some more stuff around here that I haven't claimed. Like this one, for example. I haven't claimed this loot bag. I haven't claimed whatever is here. I guess 9 diamonds. There should be something else that I didn't claim yet. In the MV age, yes. There's this one. Mixing at MV. There you go. Claim that. MV loot bag. And then over here, the extruder. I did make all of these shapes. Plus some extra ones that I thought could be useful later. So I can claim another MV loot bag. And which means I should be able to combine some stuff to get some good stuff. Some nice loot bags. Claim. There we go. Traded that up. So now I have 3 MV loot bags. Let's see what kind of stuff we can get. Just seeds. I mean, 32 vacuum tubes. Which, it's alright. Nothing crazy. And 8 fence gates. Wow, truly such good loot. Yeah, totally. I'm so happy. Totally happy. Yes. It could have been anything. It could have been something incredibly awesome, but it wasn't. And let's see, how's the whole movement of oil? Fuel, I mean. How's this? Ooh, 300 buckets of fuel already. Very nice. And how's this? Is it draining? Oh, it's almost empty. Very nice. Yeah, I want to waste the least amount of fuel possible. So I need to drain all of these pipes to be like dry, basically. And that's going to be a bit tricky. Since they're like sloshing back and forth a lot as well, I think. So when this gets drained, then the pipes are going to start draining. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. I think I'm also going to need one that is just a tank, like an LV load tank, connected to these pipes here somewhere. Oh, I just fell. Nice. I think I'm also going to want like a fluid cell over here. Fluid tank over here with pump on the side to pump out of it. That's east, right? Yes, east. Export, yes. And then I will put light fuel in there. Okay, this is empty now, which means all of these pipes that are here are gonna start draining. Yeah. I mean, look at these ones. There's so much space in them. I guess I'll leave this running for now with the thing. Yeah, I did make this thing, a basic monster repellator, yes. So the repellator, the basic one, LV one, yeah, basic monster repellator. So it range 16 when unpowered. I'm guessing that's in like every direction, and then also 64 when powered, which is in every direction. 64 blocks in all directions, I'm assuming, since my base is more than 30 in each direction from the center, so it is protecting everything. So I'm assuming that's in all directions then, and it only costs 4 EU per tick. So like, I just I just have this combustion generator slowly burning oil. I mean, fuel. Look at the rate. It's such a small amount. I feel like it's definitely worth it, because not having to worry about the security in the base is definitely worth it, I would say. Okay, now it's up to this that's drained. Very nice. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have the thing running here as well. Yeah, what if I turn off this? Turn off this one. Stop making actually light fuel in here, and just try and drain the system as fast as I can. That would be good. Let's go down, check this out. How's this? How's it going down here? Oh, that's a good amount of fuel. Very, very nice. How far is it drained so far? Still stuff in here. All of these are empty now. Very nice. I'm just waiting for stuff to drain. Not very entertaining right now. So I guess I'll just be back when it's mostly done. Okay, so now that the most of the pipes underground are empty, so I can take these now. I can just right click twice. There we go. Empty. Let's see. I did hook up this to that already, because this was almost full, so I had to pump this over here into the input. I did break the output pipe here so that it cannot go anywhere. I guess I should also pick up this as much as I can. Yeah, leave that, doesn't really matter. Any more generators anywhere? Oh yeah, there we go. There's some more. Grab these. Grab this. Grab these. There we go. But, oh no, not that. Put this in here. Now these are gonna start draining into here. So now that all the pipes are empty, that means I should be able to start pumping this up into these pipes, right? Yeah, that makes sense. I do think I should probably remove this. Wait for it to be empty, and yeah, there we go. I don't know how empty it was, but I'm guessing pretty empty. Now I remove all of this. Okay, so now that I have all these pipes reclaimed, I should be able to go here where this is generating its fuel. And I should be able to just bring it over there. Are the generators out of fuel? No, they're fine. I just heard some machine stall, so something's wrong, but we'll see when I finish this. Like this far, I guess. Yeah, and then I go down a bit. And I kind of want to go around this one. Yeah. Like that. And connect this. And that is everything. Now when I'm making fuel there, it's going to start fueling it here. Very good. It's going to go here instead. And now I should be able to just replace this one. And hook it up. And also down. This is gonna run out eventually, so it's gonna want stuff. So now all of this is gonna start filling up with fuel. And I need to change these direction thingies because I don't need it to be draining anymore. I need it to be filling up. Very good. And now it should be a more realistic amount since it's gonna equalize across all the pipes I have around my base. All of these are gonna get filled up. And once that happens, then this tank is actually going to be a good indicator of how much fuel I have in my base. So that is very, very nice. I think I want to... Well, I can check off stuff here. So I got the sifter, and I got diesel, which is basically fuel. I just wanted fuel. If I'm not mistaken, diesel and fuel are like the same thing, right? Yeah, it's light fuel and heavy fuel. It's just fuel. It's diesel. Same thing. It's weird. Why is that a thing? But like, yeah... It's the same thing. And the next upgrade for the thing would be to get tetranitromethane. So, yeah, at some point I'm gonna get that. And then I can make cetane boosted diesel, which, if you look at the burn rate, is 1 million EU. So, that's really nice. I'm gonna get... It's doubling at least. More than doubling the efficiency of this. So, that's pretty cool. And it shouldn't be super crazy hard to do. Like, it is a lot of processing, but like, I think I could do this, if I'm not mistaken. All of this technically is possible, I think. Unless there's some machine that is like a HV recipe. So, yeah, the production chain is really, really long, but realistically it starts with just compressing air and then like doing stuff with it. So, that's something I could do later. So I got diesel, I got sulfuric acid as a byproduct of that whole thing. So now that I have sulfuric acid, I have access to making these thingies here. The spray cans, which in order to fill like a spray can, you need sulfuric acid and some of the thing that like some of the dye. Like there's a whole bunch of ways of getting dye, but like dandelion yellow, salt, and sulfuric acid, and that gets you chemical yellow dye, which you can then use in the fluid canner to fill up the cans. So that's really nice. Yeah, that's gonna be really nice for like coloring all the wiring and stuff for my base. I want to do that at some point. But the next thing I want is polyethylene. There's two options of how I could do this. I can either try and match it together with this, or just add it as a separate unit here on the side that just processes oil, its own oil that I put into it, into polyethylene, which I think is gonna be way nicer. Like I don't want to mix and match stuff here, so I think it's gonna be better to go here. And in the quest line it says a pretty good way to make this is refinery gas. You make refinery gas from oil, and then you severely steam crack it, and from that you can then get ethylene, basically. For polyethylene, it's basically just ethylene and oxygen. Time to figure out this setup. Means I'll need way more stuff. This setup probably needs its own power setup as well. Like I can't use the same setup because it's just using too much power. Like even here, I did set up this like basic chemical reactor for making chemical dye that I can then put in those spray cans. And technically it's connected to all the power here, but it just takes, there's like an electrolyzer that takes like all, like, I feel like these electrolyzers here, this one here, and then this one here, just take up all the power. Like nothing else can run while those are running. Does it have a circuit? Or like what's the thing? Chemical reactor. Oh, that's an MV chemical reactor. I see. Okay, great. I can make it. Oh, there you go. Chemical reactor. Nice. So this needs to be replaced. No, take out these. Do that. Oh, that's weird. When it's in my hotbar, it's like the full thing. It's like a full slot of it like goes outside of the borders. That's weird. Some sort of bug, I'm guessing. Oh, and because this is advanced, right? It's gonna be, oh no, it's gonna be way more expensive then as well. 48 EU per tick. Yeah, that's above what I can do with the, yeah, like I just have to do MV cables here. Let's bring it from here all the way there. And then connect these. Very nice. And connect this. This does look a bit strange having all of these having all these MV going across, but that's fine. Okay, fill this up now and fill this up, and there we go. This is running now. So I can get some chemical stuff. I did make a bunch of these muffler upgrades, which I put on basically all these machines. So if I go away from this for a moment, yeah, now it's silent. This is very nice. Having silent machines, it feels so nice. I did I mean, the recipe really isn't that bad. Like, it's the first recipe it shows you is aluminum plates and polyethylene pulp, which seems super expensive. But then if you just check the alternate recipes, it's iron plate and wood pulp. That's like super cheap. The only thing is it takes 80 seconds to make, which is slow. But overall, that's, I would say, worth it. Put it into a fluid tank over here. Okay. And there we go, that's ethylene. So I can put this in here. Yeah, there we go. Ethylene. What a chemistry adventure this was. And from this ethylene, I also need to make it into polyethylene at some point. I think this would be it. This is a good point to do some decoration and then leave it off at that. And then I just replace this. And hope nothing explodes because of rain. Hope nothing explodes. Yeah, there we go. I can't even like have all of this on my screen at the same time. Like I need way more space. This is the only way I can do it. Okay, need to sleep to make it not rain. Okay, after I finish building this, and then finished the episode, I started editing and I realized I didn't explain how this process works. So I'm gonna go from the start to explain it and show you the behind as well, I think. So let's start with this. You put in oil. The oil gets put into a distillery, which gets turned into sulfuric gas. Then the sulfuric gas gets canned into cells, and in those cells, sulfuric gas plus hydrogen gets you refinery gas, which then gets put into here with steam to get severely steam cracked refinery gas. That's important because hydrocracking, aka using hydrogen here, would actually give you a different result for like the end product. It's not as efficient. The steam one is better. So then the steam you take the severely steam cracked refinery gas in a basic distillery, which then gives you ethylene and also these tiny carbon thingies, but I just put them in like chest because I don't care. And now the setup here is down here. There's the water line here, water going up into 2 solar boilers. Since this is the easiest way I could get steam here, I think. The steam goes here into this. Well, steam hurts, but then yeah, it goes into this chemical reactor with steam. And the other one here with hydrogen gas gets its hydrogen from this machine here, this canner here, which I'm using for the first setup in this side. So that's how I get my steam, and that's how I get my hydrogen. And I'm just voiding this hydrogen sulfide I get as a byproduct with this craft here. Hydrogen sulfide goes here, it gets pumped into this with a overflow valve, so it never backs up. And the cells over here, after it does its craft here, it's fluid, and the cell gets pulled out here and put back in here. So that's a loop that can keep going forever. And that's all the chemistry here. Yeah. So the first comment was by Just Goofy. Don't worry, I'm just an engineer. And I'm not sure if you want just Goofy or Goofy, or just the word Goofy or just Goofy. I don't know. It's still funny either way. Oh, never mind. There's actually just that comment. So by the way, maybe some of you haven't seen or heard me say this, but this is a large wall of comments made by subscribers. So if you subscribe and leave a comment saying anything, let's say just a random message by Chow, you'll be fine. It's inevitable. So if you go by some name, you like leave that name, and also you put a message in quotes that I can put on the sign wall here. So every subscriber gets a sign basically. And yeah, there we go. So if you want a message on the wall, if you want to like be part of this world, then yeah, just subscribe and leave a message. I read every single comment, so there's no chance of your comment being missed. So yeah, back to there. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, leave a like, subscribe. That all helps. I'm really close to 500 subscribers now. That would be a really cool milestone to hit. I might do a stream if we do hit 500 subs. Depends. We'll see how that goes. Hope you enjoyed, and bye.